In the South, there was a small town with a rule that after sunset, black people were not allowed to stay in town. When the police saw a black person in a car, their discriminatory behavior became aggressive.
Oh, I see. That's why you driving him around. You half a nigger yourself. Hands in the air! Now! Now!
Tony was detained for assaulting an officer, but Shelley couldn't understand why he was also being detained when he hadn't done anything wrong. He demanded to call his lawyer, and the police agreed.
Call him.
Not long after, the police station received a call from the governor, ordering them to release both men immediately. The officers then realized they should never have messed with this black man. Once released, Tony learned that the person who had helped them was none other than Attorney General Kennedy. This news thrilled Tony, but Shelley found it embarrassing and they once again got into an argument. To Tony, it seemed like he was constantly struggling to make a living, while Shelley lived in a high, lofty place as if in a castle. In a way, Tony felt he was more of a black man than Shelley. Hearing this, Shelley finally exploded. In the pouring rain, he spoke out the feelings he had been suppressing for so long.
Yes, I live in a castle, Tony! Alone! And rich white people pay me to play piano for them because it makes them feel cultured. But as soon as I step off that stage, I go right back to being just another nigga to them. Because that is their true culture. And I suffer that slight alone because I'm not accepted by my own people, because I'm not like them either. So if I'm not black enough, and if I'm not white enough, and if I'm not man enough, then tell me, Tony, what am I?
Tony couldn't say anything in response. He stood there, looking at Shelley's back, feeling a mix of emotions but unsure how to comfort him. From then on, both men remained silent as they continued their journey. Soon, they reached the last stop of their tour, where the discrimination was even worse. They had to use a storage room as Shelley's dressing room. Shelley accepted this, but when he changed and went to the restaurant, he was told that black people weren't allowed to eat there. This time, Shelley chose to resist.
Either I eat in this room, or I'm not performing tonight.
The manager pulled Tony aside, asking him to persuade Shelley, and handed Tony $100.
You think you could buy me?
With all due respect, sir, you wouldn't be in a job like this if you couldn't be bought.
Stop, Tony. I'll play if you want me to.
Tony was stunned. He didn't expect Shelley to leave the decision to him.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Without hesitation, the two ignored the manager's pleas and left the place with style, walking away proud and undeterred.